Well, how's everybody doing today? I see Justin has popped up here, but there's no audio. It's Sunday, and we're just here sign in our regular time. We'll see how it goes. Ed Hessick, good morning, Ed. If anybody would like to join me, please do so. Up at the top is just click on it, follow the directions, and you pop right in here. Hang on a second, I got to turn the other TV down. Okay. I don't know where Mr. Hodges is. Might have slipped in or busy doing something. Hey, Russell, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's Sunday morning. It's a bit cold here. It's 22 degrees. I had an eventful evening after I hung up stopped the stream last night. There was another Coast Guard ice-breaking tug coming down, and so I grabbed my Autel Nano and went down, and I couldn't get it to take off. Tug was way downriver by the time I finally got connected and everything else, and I was a little to say pissed off because it was cold, bitterly cold, a little bit of wind, and frustrated. Yeah, Russell, you beat AZ in. Ed was first. So got some interesting emails that I don't know what they are. Highly suspect as far as I'm concerned. Because it says they're from FedEx, but the return address says FedEx and then somebody's stuff on there. So I don't know what quite to do, whether to just ignore them or I don't want to click on them. Here's my driveway. The squirrelies are out there. I threw some peanuts out. And we're just going to have to see how it goes. I guess I better pitch some more peanuts. Hang on a second, okay? You guys be able to watch the peanuts go out. See what kind of a response we get. Right there. So anyway, my little squirrelies are having fun. Eating peanuts and getting ready. It's supposed to snow on and off. That's what I can't quite understand, but hey, is what it is. Hey, David, how you doing? Hey,
How are you?
you got your microphone on?
Yeah, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good morning, AZ. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, David, I'm gonna show you something. Maybe you could give me a little hint as to what you think.
Okay.
I got this email. Please confirm. It's got a tracking number. Unable to deliver your package. You pay the shipping costs for $22. Anyway, what if you notice right up here, it says delivery notice. I don't get it.
Did you order it?
Well, I've ordered several things. But let me pull up the messages. Okay, so here's the delivery notice delayed. Details. And then FedEx Services, you have 2 packages waiting for delivery.
It's a scam.
That's what I'm thinking.
FedEx would leave them at your door.
FedEx, here's the address, the FedEx Services. It's Cucumber, whatever, that coffee company, you know.
Years ago, I had those same exact things, and if they're related at all or anything, it's just someone trying to nickel and dime you. And if they do that to 10,000 people, which is pretty easy, that's how they make their money.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but
Yeah,
hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron, if it were me, I'd delete that as soon as I could.
I think they're scams, but I'm not. But I did order a couple of things that are supposed to come, but they were the deals, you know. It's like one of the things I ordered was they look like Makitas. They were blue, but they weren't. Drills and saws and all kinds of things for $29, like
Yeah.
15 or 20 items.
Yeah, I'm kind of into that myself. Ooh, hey, Justin.
Mr. Justin.
Oh, that was funny.
So, Ron, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I totally forgot the clock change thing today.
Oh, did you? I changed mine at about 2:00 this morning. I woke up to have to make my 2-hour run to the bathroom, and so I said, well, I started changing clocks.
I just went and had breakfast with the owner of the grocery store.
What's up, David, Jody?
So I was sitting there on the computer playing around and I forgot to change that clock up on the wall. And it says it's 10:13 here now. So for the last hour, I should have probably checked in, but
Oh, so you didn't start your live stream till late?
usually at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Mm.
So how are you doing, Justin? Did you get all your clocks changed?
Well, no, normally all my stuff updates by itself.
Hmm.
I don't think I have any standard clocks in my house, to be honest with you. It's all
I have-
cell phones and computers.
Yeah, I had the stove and my grandfather clock and
Yeah, my microwaves all have a clock on them. And
oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
but I've got this digital one up above me here that I have to manually change. And I didn't do it. Yeah, because it says it's 10:12 over there on my wall clock that I changed last night. Mia, what do you want? Tell you what,
Did you do it live last night, Justin?
Yeah, and then I did a premiere just a few minutes ago.
Hmm.
It was pretty funny. Tim came in and played with me last night as Tina.
Hmm,
Uh,
that's funny.
Watched. Bridge.
so Dave, well, how have you been? Are you doing better today? I know you had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah, I don't even remember what day it was. But it was horrible. And but yeah, I'm fine now.
Good. That's good to hear.
I think that was Friday.
Friday was a bad day.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hopefully that's behind you.
Oh yeah, nothing lasts forever.
Ichigumi, how you doing? Chuck G, good morning.
I was just answering Chuck's question. He was asking about metal on the bridge. I noticed here in the Black Hills we have a lot of iron ore in the ground here, and I've noticed reception issues and yeah.
Yeah, no, normally I don't notice anything with the bridge, any effect, because I fly underneath it and everything. And yes, that's the Air 2S, DJI Air 2S, and it has zoom. And on that one you're talking about, I did use the zoom periodically, but just slow in, slow out, that kind of thing. While I'm moving, because moving object is easier and harder. And what I mean by easier, it's easier because you can focus, let the autofocus work, but you can zoom in and get parts, and then you can zoom out. But what's harder is that once you're zoomed out, and it's like, I think on that video that you're talking about there, I was sliding around the back, went down the back side of it as it was headed out north of the bridge. And I came around and I was out of ways, and so then I zoomed in and slid around, and then as the ship was going out into the lake, I zoomed back out again.
Ichigumi said, I'm tired. What's up, Edward? Chuck G. Is your drone allowed to zoom? Question mark.
Yeah, we got 10 people watching. That's not bad.
Yeah, what was with the huge late start? I didn't think you were going live, to be honest
I'm
with you.
sitting here at the computer. And I didn't look down in the bottom corner of the computers, and I was thinking around doing some other things, looking at some different things.
You didn't realize what time it was?
My clock up above me is digital, and I have to manually change it.
Yeah.
So right now, the digital clock up there says it's 9:19 a.m.
Yeah, see, everything in my house is all digital. My smartwatch, my cell phone, my computers, it all switches by itself. It just does automatic.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
and the sad part of it is right sitting right over here is a show, has the clock up there and you can talk to it, the Alexa.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And
about.
it's got the digital. Right now it says 10:19 in big letters, and it's like, God,
Justin, how come you're in here twice?
what's that? Yeah, Justin's got two up. Yep.
What?
You're in here twice.
I don't know. I did that yesterday too on my show.
There you go.
I like how it asks if I want to report myself. I'm good. It depends, Chuck. What kind of bird it is, whether you're near a nest. I mean, there's a whole bunch of factors in that. Sometimes they don't pay attention to it.
Well, somebody was on last night and then had a problem with an eagle. Oh,
was
yeah,
the-
yeah.
That was Ron.
Ron.
Yeah, be real careful this time of year. It's nesting season. They get real defensive.
And the eagles and hawks are aggressive, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the thing too is, you gotta be careful because if you fly over a flock of birds and you startle them. That's what happened with you with the sparrows, right?
Yeah.
That was more of a startling thing. They weren't attacking your drone. You just startled them and their big ass wave of them just went right through your drone.
Yeah.
There's a couple of videos on YouTube. If you put in eagles and drones, they'll show you where actually the eagles grabbed the drones and flew off with it, and took it back to the nest. I think one of them showed it actually being dropped into the nest with the babies.
I mean, I would be, depending on the size of the drone, that eagle might want to be careful, because like I said, if it's a matrice, that thing's liable to take its feet right off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking massive blades. And some of the guys like Jim and them, they use those carbon fiber blades. Those things
Well,
would slice right through your,
I
right
used to
through a
have
finger.
carbon fibers on my big Inspires, and then I got to thinking, because I'm taking off, but there's a whole bunch of people along the water. I think if a dog or some kid jumped up there, they'd cut their leg off, or their hand off or whatever. So I took the carbon fibers off and sold them, gave them away.
I don't think it would really matter whether it was carbon fiber or regular ones. If you stuck a finger in there, you're losing it. Rest, you might be able to be okay. You might get about halfway through it.
Hey, your sister's here, Justin.
What's up, Laura? Did you make the, no, you weren't in the premiere. Matt was watching it though. He was laughing. Oh my God. We actually had a hawk, when I was doing FPV with Dan at the park one day, a hawk was trying to attack his FPV drone. Then he put up the 5-inch and that hawk didn't want nothing to do with that one. Cause that's one of the big ones that screams at like 120,
Yeah.
Yeah, that hawk wasn't having none of that. Cause he was letting me fly his little tiny hawk. One of the little tiny ones. You can play around them in the house with and stuff. Yeah, and the hawk was
Drone
trying to,
Shot says maybe he'll post a hawk versus his Mini 2.
what do you mean maybe? Post it. Those are like the best drone videos, is the crashes and the attacks from animals. I was like that guy lost his drone to the alligator, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then it caught on fire in the alligator's mouth from the battery. And then the gator spit it out. He started munching it. And then the frickin' battery, he popped the battery and it
Off
started
the battery,
smoking.
yep.
Started smoking in his mouth. I bet that gator didn't like that. You know, that tasted like crap. Where's the Hodges at this morning?
Don't know, but because we're late, he might be off to, because I know he was gonna go down to his sister's. But the discussion was he didn't know whether she was home or not or whatever, but
When was he gonna get that delivery of drywall?
Monday,
Oh, okay.
he's all ready for it.
Just don't get rid of them, Laura, because there's no point in doing that if you're gonna delete them or hide them. Leave them up.
I got one ship yesterday, but I didn't get, last night I took the, Autel Nano 2 down and, was gonna get a downbound Coast Guard, ice breaking tug was coming through. Turned out it was dark anyway, but the Nano, I couldn't get it to connect. I couldn't get it to take off. I couldn't get it to do anything. It just kind of sat there. And then after the tug went by and was down river like a mile or so,
And then it
all of
decided
a
to
sudden
connect.
it fired up. Yeah. I was a little pissed because I was cold too.
I hate when shit like that happens.
Well, because of the weather the way it is, I haven't flown the Nano in a while, and so it didn't fire right up.
Should have told him to turn around and come back. You're doing a video, damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, what I
You
should have
come-
done, I should have got down there early, but marine traffic has been really poor lately. It showed it way out north of Port Huron a ways. It was in the channel when I went down there, but by the time I got down there, I parked and here it was coming around to the mouth of the river.
Well, I noticed last time when you and Hodges were having issues with the tracking,
Yeah,
people on the chat were tracking it as it was going down the river and updating in the chat of the camera channel.
yeah,
You were actually getting better updates from the people in the chat than the actual website because there's a lot of people in the chat that live along the water, so they were updating
right.
as it was going down.
Yeah,
Drone Shot said they're getting ready to launch the first 3D printed rocket to space. He put the link in the chat. Check it out. Oh, shut up, Dana from StreamYard. God, I'm tired of that damn commercial. That's 3D. How big is that? Holy hell.
holy crap, that's big. Or is it just the picture makes it look big? I don't know.
Nah, that's big. That's huge. That's the size of a regular rocket. They probably used, they had to have had some big, huge ass industrial 3D printed. 3D
Yeah.
printer. Cause they got ones that can print walls of houses and buildings now too. And it's not really printing, it's laying down layers of concrete. One at a time, you know what I'm saying? It builds up to a wall. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's that freaking amazing, but it's pretty cool at the same time.
Yeah, there it is, gang.
Yeah, but it's still like fucking 20 minutes from launch, so.
That's a 3D printed rocket.
Hmm.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, David said they delayed it again. Well, look at the winds though, too.
Yep.
Cause depending on what material that's made out of, it might not have the weight of a normal rocket. It might
Look
be a
look
lot
at the
lighter.
palm trees swaying.
And they're rocking.
Well, why does yours say T-minus 5 minutes to launch and the one I'm watching says T-minus 20 minutes? The hell?
I did the
We're
slider.
currently priming the igniters with gaseous oxygen and gaseous hydrogen. Again, our ignition system uses these propellants flowing across a glow plug.
Oh, they're talking now. They're showing the bottom of the engines.
Stage 2 TVC checkout.
I bet it gets delayed because it's almost,
As we approach T-minus 2 minutes, just a reminder, the vehicle you're looking at is 85% 3D printed.
Okay, so it's 85% 3D printed. It's not fully, but it's about,
Those white clouds
well
you
over
see
3
coming out of
quarters.
the rocket are due to the venting of the chilled gas from the vehicle into the humid air that we have here in Florida. That's why it condenses into vapor and it looks like clouds that are floating out. You'll also see the flare stack on the bottom
What's up,
right
Sam?
there. That is just used
What's up,
to
Rennick?
vent out flammable gases.
I wonder what the point of this was though, like,
Next up, our range coordinator will ask the range for their final status.
was it just to do it or was it a reason behind it?
Range status. Range green.
We got confirmation. Range is green for launch.
Propellant topping closeout. Flight computer and countdown.
I don't know, David, though, whether you could 3D print material strong enough to withstand that type of atmospheric heat though. I mean, I guess you could, but a lot of times with spacecrafts, they use high grade like titaniums, different metals and stuff and alloys. Like it's not,
they opened up the clamps.
I don't see how that would be. I don't know, because the re-entry would be the biggest thing. If you were re-entering. If they're just shooting it into space and not bringing nothing back, I guess that would work.
CLD, we've had a board and terminal count. This is a final instantaneous T0 launch window. We are going to be scrubbed for the day. Saving up the vehicle. Thanks for playing.
On hold. Scrub for the day.
Yeah, see, now on my screen, it's showing 18 minutes to launch. But
Is that down in Florida, Justin?
I don't know offhand. But like I said, if it's just going to space and carrying something, I could see it you being able to 3D print something like that. But like I said, like, if it's anything that has to re-enter the atmosphere, they have to use really high grade alloys and metals and titanium, stuff like that to be able to withstand that type of heat. I just don't think you could 3D print something like that.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
it'd have to be probably a custom 3D printer, maybe using
That
a
would have to be very
titanium-
technology.
titanium filament or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would have to be very, very high grade technology. Well, because we all know, I mean, for most part, some products, when you 3D print them, like
AZ said they've been attempting to launch that for the last few days and they keep getting to the end.
I'll just fucking send it. Dude, I'd get so frustrated if I was in that launch office, I'd accidentally trip and hit the button. Oops.
Sam Hayden says, yep, they do have metal 3D printers.
Right, but what I'm saying is, they have shown that you can't 3D print certain parts out of metal because of how you know how the printers lay down layers, right? It's not the same as when you cast something. So
Yeah.
if it's something metal that has to have a lot of pressure behind it, you would want a solid cast of that particular metal piece,
Well,
not
didn't
layers.
that person say that it was like 70 or 80% 3D printed?
85%.
85%.
Well, there's some components on it that just have to be metal, right? There's like, they just can't be any kind of plastic or anything.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure
you-
the engines and that kind of thing.
Right.
And maybe a center structure going up the center.
Like I said, if it's a one-time use thing, I could see it, and if it was to like cost way, way less, then I could totally see doing that.
Hey, Mr. Hodges.
I didn't think you were going on this morning, so I went to work and did some work there this morning. I already got my first casualty already for the day.
Ah,
That's because
Well-
Paul was looking at the clock and it
I was
still
looking
some-
at the clock that I didn't change.
Yeah, I figured that, but that's why I come back and check. So I need a coffee anyway. So what the hell? Hey,
Hey,
Justin,
Paul.
how's it going?
Hey,
The-
Paul.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave's
Hey.
in there. Up in the, I see it.
Yeah.
Smoke detector again up in the ceiling there.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing a good one.
You ready to rock and roll tomorrow on that house?
Well, that's funny. I got some signs coming off and thinking about doing some of them today. But I got one I got to go to the printer and pick up. Then it's got to go over to the arena, inside the arena, and I got to change from the one that's there and put this one up. It's a new one, I guess, newer version or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, but I can't go anywhere until I know when the drywall is being delivered, right? So I can't leave. So I think what I'll do in the morning is see if they can give me a timeline when it might be delivered. So
Yeah, we were just watching the scrubbed launch of a 3D printed rocket.
they scrubbed it again.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah.
third, time, isn't it?
Yeah, but the winds looked really bad there too. Like they looked like they were probably 25, 30 mile hour gusts. That's
One
probably
of
why.
the shots they were showing of the rocket had two palm trees, and the palm trees are going like this.
What? Yesterday too. I was watching it. Yeah. Oh,
So Ron, has it still been snowing out there?
Yeah, got another little dusting last night.
Yeah, because it seems like it's coming in waves across there. But I'll tell you what, where it's worse is California.
Yeah. Up there.
well, I got a phone call. Great now.
This is no longer winter, this is harassment.
Yeah,
It was actually chilly here last night. Not like cold like you guys, but it was probably down in the low 60s last night out of nowhere. 'Cause it's been hot all week. But last night it got really cool all of a sudden.
Really hasn't been real cold here lately, it's just won't stop snowing.
That should still be the same, Laura, because you guys change an hour the same as us, right? So it should still be 1 PM.
nah, we were 5 hours difference. Now we've moved ahead.
But don't they
Oh.
move, they don't do the time change neither?
No,
Okay, so then,
be 4 o'clock, right?
no. If she goes live at, that's only an hour difference, so that would be 2 o'clock? Cause normally it would be 1 o'clock when she'd go live.
I don't know, Laura, Google it. What's the time difference between UK and the US? East.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 PM instead of 1 PM. So we just moved an hour ahead.
Had a interesting encounter this morning. My buddy that owns the grocery store
Yeah,
called me at 6 this morning. Hey, you wanna do breakfast? Sure. So there's 2 local bars down here and they both serve breakfast and they're actually pretty good. I've seen a woman down there numerous times early in the mornings, 7 o'clock in the morning, sitting down there drinking.
drinking.
Oh, yeah. This little community here, people, I'm surprised it's not overcome by more cops. I mean, I know in the summertime, there's a lot more cops here for even I mean, I know there's under 1,000 people here in this community, but summertime, because of the fishing and the boating, because of the lake here, there's more police presence. But there's a girl I met online recently, and we've been chatting. And she told me a story about 3 nights ago about her dad. He used to kind of live right here in this community. And he was falsely accused of, he was down here at one of the local bars. Woman that I saw this morning, who I never really knew who she was until this morning, till my friend told me who she was. But you remember the drowning we had here back in December?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was the wife of one of the guys. And apparently she was quite the sleazy little thing and always cheating on him and everything. Well, this girl that I'm talking to, I guess this was about 8 years ago. But her dad was here locally, sitting in the bar. This woman was in there drinking, asked him if he could give her a ride home. And she goes, Ron, I know my dad, he would not do that. But this woman accused him of apparently attacking her, almost like raping her, whatever. And apparently the evidence was pretty weak. But anyhow, long story short, somehow he ended up getting thrown in jail, and he was in jail almost a year before he could, the case was finally, I guess, kind of thrown out or not enough evidence, whatever. But apparently she's been known to do this. So there, I'm sitting down at the bar this morning. I said, I don't get down there to drink. They do have a good breakfast sandwich. That's why I went down. But she's sitting down there. And I'm watching her, she's pounding them down. And I asked Jay, I said, who is that over there? He goes, oh, that's Bruce's wife. Now, Bruce is one of the guys that, perished in that drowning. And she's sitting within ear range of us. And she made a comment. She's like, oh, man, maybe I've had one too many this morning. She goes, maybe I'll get one of you boys to give me a ride home. And I'm sitting there going, no effing way. No.
Nope.
Apparently she's been
well,
known
yeah,
stuff
in
more
that
than
case, if you know her, Ron, what you say, well, here, let me call the police, they'll give you a ride home.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you shouldn't be out at a bar drinking if you don't have a way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd feel bad, for even if that's the way she is, a dial-a-ride driver, anybody, she's looking out to just pound somebody.
Yeah. Apparently she used to pull this stuff before, even when Bruce was alive,
Yeah,
He said, Jay was telling me, she's like, yeah, she's playing the poor innocent victim. Oh, my husband died. When you're freaking cheating on him the whole time he was alive anyhow.
yeah, she wasn't much of a wife.
No, but I met Bruce, so I met him like 3 or 4 days before that incident happened. Oh,
I haven't heard any update about that plane crash here.
They had a plane crash?
Yeah, two small planes were over one of the lakes over here and crashed into each other about, I'd say it's about a week ago.
Yeah, that's right. I did see that. There was another medical helicopter in South North Carolina about 4 or 5 days ago. It went down, but apparently everybody survived that one. Aircraft was pretty busted up.
I didn't mean to leave you in the middle. I could still hear you, but Mio's over there at the door doing circles and jumping and gotta go out, gotta go out.
Come on, Dad.
And she bolted out, you know, because she's older, so she goes down the steps like this. She went right on down the steps and out. So any herd activity today, Ron?
Not this morning yet. Of course, I see if they're. They use the path right by my truck now. They come out of the neighbor's woods.
Ah, here comes Laura.
Good morning.
Good morning, Laura.
Laura.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Just thought I'd join you guys.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome. You're always welcome.
What time is it over there now, Laura?
2:45.
PM or AM?
PM.
Yeah.
So you're.
So it's 6 hours difference. No,
No, for 4 hours.
Six.
4 hours difference.
Yeah, well, it'll be 6 for me. Yeah. Right? Yeah,
Oh.
6 hours for me.
I'll be back in a second. David's tapping on the wall to me.
Tell him to get his,
I
Tell
hope
him
he
if you-
uses Morse code.
tell him if he wants you, come get you.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
I got squirrels having a little fight out here on the back fence.
Curtis says I should get a yellow card. I said, no.
Well, Curtis, Ron didn't understand what the red and the yellow cards were because he doesn't. Well, I don't either. But if you ever watch a soccer game, the
Oh, I remember the red cards in soccer.
referee's carrying around a yellow and a red card, and if you do something really bad, they give you a yellow card. If you get really, really bad, they give you a red card, and you're out of there.
A lot of different sports use those.
The yeah, it's well, it's cold, not according cold to you, Ron, but it's 25 degrees here this morning.
It's about what it is here.
And we got snow kind of curling around from the northwest coming our way.
Alexa, what is the weather for today?
Okay, the current weather is 10 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today, you can look for intermittent clouds with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 10 degrees.
Oh, I guess it was colder than I thought.
Well, you know what? It'd be a nice touch, Ron, if you looked for some kids snowmobile suits and so that you could give them to the little deer out there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you had a pet deer and they allowed you to zip them up into a snowmobile suit and have them prance around town in a snowmobile suit? People are going like, what the hell was that?
When I was in Justin, I don't know if you remember where this is at, Eureka, California, way up north.
I've heard
I
of
know
it.
where that's at.
Yeah,
We used to spend our summers up there
it's like,
when I was very young.
it's kind of like hippie country from what I've heard. But this little town of Eureka was up there once on a weekend. And this girl and I were driving down the road and saw this guy with a full-blown turkey. Still might have that picture in mind. But walking a turkey down the street and he had what looked like a blind person's cane. And we actually watched him, when he come to an intersection, he'd tap the cane on the ground and the turkey would turn around and fly up into his arms. And he carried across the street to the other corner and then he'd let it back down. But we had to go over and talk to him. And
Up, Quinn.
he said he had 2 turkeys and they fought, so he could only walk one at a time, but he took them out on morning walks.
Wow, that must be the talk of the town.
Yeah, he see if I still have that.
Or that would make him the turkey whisperer.
Yeah.
Here's the weather here right now. It's that big line of snow. Oh, look at down at the end down there by the Gulf.
Oh shit.
And put her in motion. Looks like it dissipating
Paul?
here.
Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off. I was right in the middle, right towards the end of a movie on
Okay. All right, Dave.
what's
No
that
problem.
called? Prime Video or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just getting really intense. So
Okay. All right, Dave. Hey, thanks for popping in.
I-
We'll see you again next.
yeah,
See you
yeah,
guys.
it's good to see everybody. Everybody have a good day.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, the weather gives everybody something to talk about for sure. Oh, look at there. Oh,
That is fucking ridiculous.
he takes care of Laura.
Was that
Oh,
I
soup?
didn't actually think you could make my cup of tea in that cup.
That's your normal size. That's Laura's
there you
size.
go. That's
Jesus.
Laura's size. All right.
That's the whole kettle of water, by the way.
How am I going to drink that?
David, you know how to take care of her for sure.
How much sugars did you put in it?
I don't know. I took the caddy in.
Oh.
Boy, aren't you spoiled, Laura?
What, with that size of a cup?
Yeah, yeah. Well, plus it's delivered right to you.
That's a bowl.
That's not as a cup.
That's her tea in that.
Not a frickin' cup. It's a damn crock pot.
So it's like a bucket. You could take and put a mop in there and do the floor, you know?
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
I've got to work out I'm drinking out of it now.
Yeah, don't spill that on your lap.
Yeah, we could tell it's hot because it was still steaming.
Yep. At least I'll be able to dip my biscuits in it.
Quinn says that looks like his teacup. His is 24 ounces.
That looked like about 44 ounces.
See if I can find the cup and see how big it actually is.
So Ron, was she still drinking when you left?
Yeah,
Oh, you brought me some biscuits in as well.
yeah, she was. There was no way in hell she's getting in my vehicle.
Did David do something? Is he in trouble or something?
No?
Because he seems very generous at the moment, so that's what I'm wondering.
David's always taking care of Laura. That's what he says.
This is what I wanna get for work right here, look at this. The gas stations here sell them, I just never take the chance to grab one when I can. That's 100 ounces right there. That's freaking huge.
Not me.
So how's the critter situation this morning there, Ron?
What's that?
How's the critters this morning? Anything?
I don't know, I was gonna go out and look. Put food out.
All that corn out there, they should be out there. Cause it's gotta be, what, 2 hour difference? 9 o'clock, yeah.
Lewis, what's up?
Guess you should change the clock in my watch here, right? Yeah. Bring ahead, wing. Okay.
Even my watch changes automatically because it's a smartwatch.
Oh, is it? Oh,
And it just links up to the phone.
I got a mechanic to do mine. Hey,
Like I was telling Paul, I was like, now that I think about it, I don't have anything in my house that I have to switch the clocks on it. They all do them themselves.
oh, yeah.
Well, see, back in the day, even with electronics, you had to at least turn them off and turn them back on, but now they just do it automatically. You don't have to do that anymore. Your phone will just automatically adjust the time.
Yeah, I think the only one I had to change was, well, the one on my stove, though. I gotta change it. I think everything else was all done automatically.
One on our stove's broken.
All my Googles and I have a phone that's a atomic clock and it changes automatically. So,
Yeah, you can't really use that excuse. Oh, I was late for work because of the time change anymore.
no,
Most-
I like
most-
using it too. Yeah.
Well, most people use their alarm clocks on their phones, so.
Nobody out there yet this morning.
No, nothing out there, eh?
Alright, let me look at this floor.
So Laura, what time are you going out today?
6 p.m. my time.
Ah,
Same
What?
time. Sunday.
No, it's 1 o'clock our time. Okay.
so it's 5 hours difference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 4 at the moment.
Well, I suppose now with time change, eh?
Yeah, until the 26th when ours goes forward.
But you guys don't change
On the 26th.
on the 26th. Oh,
What the fuck?
I guess
But if you
Like,
fall
why?
back, why would it go forward?
yeah, it springs ahead, goes forward.
you spring forward, fall back.
Paul, this is from my Google Photos. This is that picture I was telling you about the guy walking his turkey.
Oh, my God.
Right. There you go.
Just walking him around town.
Hey, no kidding.
Yeah.
You got a little stick for steering them or something.
Well, that
You got-
stick
you
you
got-
tap on the ground, and then when he got to an intersection, the turkey would jump in his arms.
Oh, geez.
That's a big ass turkey.
Yeah, it was.
How old would that photo be, right?
That was from 2013.
So
Oh.
I wonder if he's still walking the same turkey.
Probably not, I don't know how old turkeys live though.
10 years old. Yeah. I kind of like going through my Google Photos sometimes.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah, see what, yeah,
Laura, go look what I put on the meme blaster comment.
yeah. I got
do know
hurt.
I'm reading out the comments later, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said don't hide them or delete them.
You go, Hodges, this is for you. This is the first 50 cal machine gun or not machine, but 50 cal rifle I ever shot.
Wow. Ah,
It
$10
was
a bullet, isn't it, or something like that?
pretty close.
And when you shot it, Ron, did they tell you to keep your mouth open?
No, but you know, if you notice, the ground is concrete.
Uh-huh.
Look at the back walls, and there was a tin roof over top of me. That was a mistake because it wasn't the noise, it was the percussion.
Well,
Yeah,
see that.
Even though I had earplugs and headphones on, it's still, after 3 shots, gave me such a headache. It was
Well,
unbelievable.
my dad had one of those, and when we first went out shooting, I shot 1 round out of it, and I was told to keep my mouth open. They said, don't close your
Probably-
mouth because of the percussion. It could blow out your eardrums
Yeah,
for the pressure.
yeah.
yeah. There was a guy in Elmer down here, the shooting club down here. They brought a guy in with a 50 cal. He was shooting that off. It was just amazing. Wow, just here in Canada. I don't know if you can even own one nowadays. The way they keep changing the laws.
Probably not.
According to Google, turkeys live to be about 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, unless they run into a hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, 2013 plus 10 is 223. 2023 right now, so Hardy doubtful that turkey's still alive.
Did you read that, Laura?
Yeah, I did. So I'm just watching a video that YouTuber put out.
Was about like updates or something?
It's about using swear words in while you're live streaming.
Yeah, cause I know to do the videos now, as long as you don't swear within the first 8 seconds, and the F
It's
word
an
is,
update they put out 4 days ago.
yeah, and the F word is apparently the only word that they get a little uppity about, but as long as you don't cuss within the first 8 seconds, they won't demonetize a video. I was just supposed to say pick a damn thing and stick with it.
Yeah, Paul, here's I had my 7 mag with me and I was shooting it, and then look at the difference in shell size between a 7 mag and a 50 cal.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
And
They're
so,
so tiny.
thing was freaking huge.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, they're what, 5-6 inches long, something like that?
Oh, at least.
Oh,
Yeah, he was my friend that had a cabin up in the mountains in California, and used to go up there pig hunting. That's what I like about, Google Photos. You can,
Public service workers are here for Canada.
What, Ron?
No,
what I like about Google Photos, you can go back and some of the memories. Like here's a really cool one. When my friend from Pennsylvania had come out to visit me, And he rented a Harley. I had my Harley out there. We went to Yosemite. And I was in front of Yosemite Falls. Just riding a motorcycle in country like that is just, it's absolutely beautiful.
I know, because you can pull off and just hang out, have lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
Pack a
Yeah.
lunch, take it out there and chill.
Yeah. It was,
Looks relaxing.
it was.
Justin, you can now say the F word.
You can?
Yeah, but you can't say it in the first 7 seconds. Only the F word.
Oh, right.
You've got to moderate how many times you say it.
I only say it like every other 3 words, I think.
Every other word.
I've put the video to you, Justin, in chat.
Yeah, I've saved the link. I'm gonna watch it later. To be honest with you though, I'm not really going to pay attention to that shit until I actually get to the point where I can monetize. Then I'll start worrying about all that.
Yeah, the other swear words you can actually be monetized with it still in it.
Yeah, once if I ever get monetized, then I'll start worrying more about copyrights, just because I want to make money off the videos then. But at the moment, I'm not really overly concerned with it. They act like it's an advertising thing, but you'll still see ads all over those videos.
Mhm.
They just use it as an excuse not to give you money. They're gonna say, "Oh, we're not gonna monetize it," but I guarantee, even though they're not paying you, I guarantee somebody clicks on your video, it's still gonna show an ad.
Here's the clock on the wall.
You guys remember Michelle, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
When we were first, that's what I missed about her silliness. She,
Really, Ron? I told you don't ever let her go.
I know. I took her in Cabela's once. I turned around like, where the hell did she go? Well, here, she jumped in this sleeping bag. She was, hey, can you find me? I'm in full camo.
Hey, there goes.
I just thought that was kind of funny. My buddy's boat.
That was the boat that you were on with all the girls, and it looked like he was a cardboard cutout in the photo. I remember that.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about that picture, but the dude in the boat looks like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, where is that? I'm right in that area. This is when, I was with all those girls from. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a Girls Gone Wild picture.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, I think. That one?
Yeah, now the dude in the blue shirt looks like a cardboard cutout. Look at him.
He does.
It's just because he doesn't have like any 3-dimensional look to him. He just looks flat.
Yeah.
I guess it's the way the glass or whatever.
This blonde right here with the white jacket, that was the hottest pilot I ever flew with.
I love the man to woman ratio going on there.
Yeah.
And then the girl in the green tank top here, I went to training with her in Denver. Yeah, we were there for 2 weeks, and a bunch of us used to sit in a hot tub in the hotel every night, and she always talked about her and her 2 sisters without all got new boobs, and it's all we heard about for a week. And finally my buddy Dave said, well, for God's sakes, let's see them. So she pulled up her top and okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the good old days of California. You miss California, Justin, at all?
Yeah, I miss living there. I just don't miss the way it's ran. You know what I'm saying? But the state itself's a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Really nice scenery. I do have a lot of friends and stuff and family that I still have quite a bit of family that lives out there. But I could never live there. It's just too expensive, too much crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do miss it.
No. It's the squirrel. My alarm keeps going off from my front door. Frickin' squirrel out there playing.
I do enjoy not paying state taxes though. It's kinda
What are your
nice.
taxes down there? Like in Florida?
What do you mean? Like, we don't pay state tax out of our paychecks.
Oh, okay.
You just pay taxes on services and goods. That's it. But even then, there's a list of stuff that the governor's setting up to where you don't have to pay taxes on. It'll be like certain school supplies, different things like that. They're supposed to set up a permanent no tax on those. So they have this whole like long list of crap that they're gonna do. It's pretty much stuff that's like pertaining to children and schooling and stuff like that. They don't want to have to tax any of that stuff. So
You guys ever wonder how big an ostrich egg is? Or we went to some safari outside of San Francisco, I think it was.
I've
What's that?
seen one in person. They're huge.
Yeah, that's how big that thing is.
Yeah, holy crap, 2 hands to hold it.
Yeah,
Yeah, my mom had a couple of them that were drained out and like somebody did some artwork on them.
yeah.
They cut a little tiny hole in the bottom and drained them out. There was a lady out where I used to live in California. She used to sell them. She'd do like little art designs on them and stuff.
Right.
And then people would buy them from her. I never ate one though.
Hmm.
I don't know if it tastes anything like a chicken egg. I mean, if it did, I guess I wouldn't mind eating one, but I don't know. I've never tried one. Because there was that place that used to do that restaurant out there where I lived in California used to do ostrich burgers, buffalo burgers,
Yeah, I
and they
think I've
would
been
do
there.
ostrich omelets. It was the Baghdad Cafe.
Yeah, because you were Southern California, right? Yeah,
I was out in the middle of the desert. It's a cafe right off Route 66.
yeah.
It's some reason they did this like really shitty movie back in like the 80s. And it was called The Baghdad Cafe. And for some reason, this movie blew up over in France. And people from France love this place.
Mm.
They show up by the busloads to look at this restaurant. And it's just a little crappy ass restaurant in the middle of nowhere. It's not even all that great. It used to be back in the day, but it's kind of been run by crackheads for the last 15 years. So it's not all that great anymore. But yeah, for some reason, it's super popular over in France. They love it.
There's an old Sturgis picture. This is kind of funny. Lady, she put me in my place. I was teasing her about her bike, the puppies and the flowers. I told her she kind of stood out, and then she said to me, she goes, "Well, where's your bike?" And I didn't have one at the time, but she was riding right down through downtown Sturgis. She had her puppies, her little flowers on her scooter, and she's wearing a dress, and her little puppies in the back.
The most hardcore one at Sturgis right there.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny.
Here's a picture of it. Here we go. So yeah, this is what it looks like here, Ron.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
But that's right across the street from my dad's old business. There was a garage right across the street.
Right.
But yeah, it's super popular over in France. So like I said, they get buttloads of tourists from France coming over.
Hmm.
And it's, like I said, it's really not all that great. It used to be really good back in the day because it used to have a really good owner. Plus my grandma used to help run it.
Right.
She was her bookkeeper and all that back in the day. And it was really nice. Like it was really fixed up, but some lady bought it about 15, 20 years ago and she had both her sons were big meth heads and they all just ran it into the ground. It's kind of crappy. Now it's falling apart.
What was Bentley?
Hey, Bill, what are you out for a walk with your turkey or what?
It's the dog. I'll show you the dog here.
He does a lot of follow me videos with his drone on his wheelchair. Or scooter. Oh yeah, I got some snow there.
Oh, there's the pupper dog.
Oh, he's got to pee.
Yeah, gotta be.
There you go, poop down the road.
There's a communications and water flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a good day to fly. There's no wind. It's a little cloudy, but that's okay.
Hey, Ron, this is for you. Yeah.
Look up your Send me that, Paul.
That's fucking hilarious. They don't even hurt. They just crumble like a beer can.
Yeah, that's true. Bastards.
Oh, I can't wait till my new work truck gets here.
How's that for a dog? He just runs right beside you.
Did they give you a date when you're gonna get it?
No, they had to set up a shipping company to pick because they're shipping quite a few of them down here, so they had to get it set up to ship them down here. And then as far as I know, I think what they'll do is they'll drop mine off and then just pick my old one up. If I'm not mistaken, because they're retired. They're retiring my old truck. It's getting sold or going to the junkyard, one or the other.
Hey, Laura, there's your buddy, Carlos.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Carlos.
How are you?
We're hanging in here. How about you?
I may or may not be having a
May or not be having a what?
heart attack.
Oh, okay.
At your
Well,
age,
when-
you shouldn't be.
When you fall down, we'll get a hint.
I'm not gonna fall down. I'm not that old.
What are you talking about? You just said you were having a heart attack. You usually don't worry about that at your
I may
age.
or may not be having a heart attack. I don't know. My arm just has been hurting a lot for some reason. I don't know why.
Stop
all
watching Pornhub.
Could just be a muscle.
What? Were you walking or what are you doing?
I'm in the deli right. Well, I'm on break right now. I've been working for the past couple of hours. Just slicing meat, and then all of a sudden I feel pain in my arm and like sharp pain in my heart.
Well, that's usually a sign.
I know, but I have.
Hey, which arm? Your left arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sign.
Just it hasn't felt numb yet, so I don't think I'm actually having a heart attack.
Hey, Ron, give him some advice.
Go see the hospital.
He's got a pain in his left arm and in his chest.
Oh,
Well, not constant. It's like on and off, to be honest.
Yeah, it don't have to be constant though.
Well, my arm's not numb, so I know I'm not having a heart attack.
Ron just sitting there shaking his head at you, Carlos.
Oh, come on. If I was having a heart attack, I would have fell over by now.
No, not necessarily.
Are you sure it's just not a pulled muscle from Pornhub?
Oh, really?
Okay. That will happen. Just saying. I don't know. I just heard things.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, if it continues, I would suggest, and maybe Ron would agree, that you get checked out.
yeah.
probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll get it checked out. I'm not insane.
Hey, Hodges, here's one last one for you. was out with, Chris, this was about 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Was out with Ralph and checking his coyote trap line.
Hmm.
And look what we found in the trap. And she was not a happy girl.
Oh, Jesus, Mike. What's up, Mike Nitron?
Oh, a cougar.
Yeah. You
Why
see
did
her,
you-
her foot's
Ooh,
in the
you
trap.
had a cougar.
Yeah.
She
How
was-
did you get her out?
Called the Fish and Game. They come out and tranquilized her. And then we got her out. And then we stuck around to make sure that her foot wasn't damaged, enough to where she couldn't, run away. Because if her foot was broken, they probably would have put her down because she wouldn't have been able to hunt,
Yeah.
And but yeah.
Well, she doesn't even look happy.
Oh, she just gave me that look like, come on over here, you stupid tourist. Yes.
Aren't you the one who trapped her though?
What's that?
Aren't you the one that kind of got her trapped?
Well, it was for a coyote, but she accidentally stepped in it.
Right where I am now, there's 2 coyotes. He's down underneath the bridge somewhere. We bump into them every once in a while. They don't say much. They just look at.
Yes. Well, Paul, I gotta get back to work. It's almost
Okay,
noon.
Paul.
I
Yeah,
gotta- I
yeah,
wanna go-
we've been on a while, so,
Yeah, so anyway, guys, well, I'll see you later. I gotta get-
okay, all right, Paul.
Later.
Oh,
Well, I think, Justin, we're gonna call it,
okay.
and Laura's gonna be on here in a couple of hours.
2 PM Eastern.
Yeah, 3 hours. No, 2.5 hours. Okay. Somewhere around that time, right, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Ron, you take care, my friend.
You guys too.
Good
Yeah,
seeing
we'll
you,
see y'all
and,
later.
hopefully the herd shows up pretty soon.
Yeah, I probably will.
Bye, guys.
Okay, we'll see you, Carlos. Get it checked out.
I will. Bye.
All right. Yeah. Bill, take care. Justin, thanks. Laura, thanks. And we'll see all of you again next time.